What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, I had to come on here right quick, man, before I handle what I gotta handle tonight. Um, it's been reported. I'm going straight in. It's been reported in Georgia at Six Flags in Georgia. 500 to 600 kids was dropped off. Keyword: dropped off, and all hell broke loose. Police end up having to shoot or pew pew 15-year-old. So you know that caused other injuries from people running and scattering and fighting and all kind of crazy mess going on. So that was be reported on TikTok, right? All I did is make one comment. I said single black mothers are to blame for this current generation. Man, you know they came at me. Listen, man. Black men, we got to stand on our own 10 toes, man. I understand you don't want to ruffle their feathers, and we've been taught to honor the women, and woman can't do this wrong and can't do that wrong. And a lot of y'all just simps because a lot of y'all basically sucker for pussy, man. Let's keep it real. Or you sucker for you want a female's admiration. Some niggas like that. I never been a nigga that been like that. Of course I like women. Of course I like women to like me, but I always said shit that women didn't like. Starting with my mama, starting with my grandma, my auntie. When I was a kid, I was to get whoopings, man. You know what I'm saying? I said what I wanted to say. My mama always said, rest in peace to my mama. Yo, smart mouth gonna get you in trouble. But I was a kid, I just saw things, man. If I saw something, I caught it for what it was. Now that I'm about to be 47 years old, I realize I just have a discernment that other people don't have, man. You know, like I tell my wife, man, I never struggle getting women, man. So I don't know what it is to not get a female. And when I mean struggle, I mean niggas gotta pay, niggas gotta be sitting on the phone. My homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch him be on the phone all night talking to a female. I just never did that shit though. You know what I mean? So I had this, I just had a natural ability to get them. You know what I mean? I like to laugh. I like to crack jokes. So I mean, maybe they liked it that. I don't know. But I never struggled with that, man. I never had a drought. I put myself on droughts or created my own droughts. I never had to like, well, because I was this type of person, man. It is what it is. They like a nigga, they don't like a nigga. I ain't pressed for it. So I think a lot of us black men is pressed for pussy, man. Pressed for a female's admiration. So we don't stand on our 10 toes. I still don't mind today. And there's one sister in particular. Her name is on TikTok is Malaya. It's Malia 83. Cool chick, man. Started off rough, but hey, it is what it is. We got somewhat of an understanding. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing this video. So if anybody come across this video, check her out, man. She tag. I don't know how to. I'm new to TikTok, so I don't know how to do all that tagging and all that stuff when you make videos and all that. So she was good at it and tagged my name into it or whatnot. It's Versal City on TikTok. And she did her, back and forth with me. And I could tell she was getting irritated, you know what I'm saying? Because I was standing on 10 toes, man. Like, we can't keep pussyfooting about what's going on in our community, man. First of all, our community has been a matriarchal over 50 years now. 50, 60 years now. You know what I mean? It was a period of time where it was patriarchal, you know, but due to the government, when they came in the 70s, offered black women free food, which is WIC, food stamps, Medicaid, a place to lay their head, black women instantly chose that and ran off and said fuck us, because in the 60s and late 60s and 70s, that's why Detroit, I'm in Detroit, Michigan, that's why Detroit is still, it's like Detroit in a time capsule. They pull all the factories out. If you notice, like here in Michigan, all the good jobs is in like Brighton, Howell, all where the white people move to. You know, the metro part of Detroit, Southfield, Bloomfield Hills, Farmington, you know, shit like that. That's where they moved jobs to. They took them out the inner city. They took out where you can go from high school, get you a little trade, go from high school with a trade, and go right into the workforce. They took all this shit out. So that automatically dropped a lot of black men out of the workforce because didn't have the skill. Now they're talking about you need to go to school. So that's why you see so many black women going to get college degrees, and you know what I mean. The next game they're gonna run, once that run its course, because black women hold so much debt. Once that run its course, they're gonna start doing the entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? And saying black women got the most jobs, they create the most jobs, they got the most businesses, and blah 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 blah. They already saying it now. So that's the next play they're gonna run. You gotta give it to white folk, man. They very smart. Not better than us, not smarter than us. They just smart. We too emotional, and we don't stand on business. So me standing on business today made black women upset. They was on there, you know what I mean? But all the conversations I end up having with them at the end, we got some type of clarity. Like one chick, she was like, man, you know, I got molested, and you know, all the, you know, men was trying to rape me and do all, you know, R-word me and all that type of stuff. So I said, man, you know, men like that, they need to be castrated. So I'm letting the sister know I'm not saying niggas don't need no responsibility. Because like I said in one of my videos, I did. I was a man that was irresponsible with my bottom half. You know what I mean? I have a baby mama. Have I always been on top of my shit? Am I always on top of my shit? No. But I also understand that it's bitter baby mamas. I understand baby mamas. And I know this from experience. I just told you I got a baby mama. So I know this from experience. You know what I'm saying? They create all these barriers. Like a woman would say in a heartbeat, I don't say nothing about you. It's the way you treat a person. You don't have to say shit. 85% of communication is nonverbal. It's not about what you say, it's about how you do. I could tell my sons, don't do this, but they gonna watch me. So when a woman be like, yeah, I ain't got nobody studying you. But when I call, your attitude change. When I come getting, your attitude change. You don't think your son see you go from smiling, our son going from smiling from in a nigga face to now all of a sudden you got your jaws all tight, you ready for war, you ready to snap at a moment's notice. You don't think that nigga peep that shit? It ain't about what you don't say. And on top of that, you do say shit, because when you think kids be asleep, kids be up. I was a kid once, I heard shit about my daddy. And my mama so called, she said the shit when I was up. So at the end of the day, man, black men, stop being scared of not having a female's, a black woman's admiration. If she don't like you, fuck it. Tough. Everybody not gonna like you, dog. But if we don't get a hold, if we don't shift the energy, if we don't shift, you know, and start standing on business and stop, you know what I'm saying? Like you got all these white women, man, they use, if you notice, white women don't stand up to white men like that. They use black women to do it. I.e. Fannie Willis, i.e. the chick that's in New York. I know her last name is James. I forgot her first name. You know, the Tiffany Hanyard, the chick that's in the mayor in a small little town in Illinois. Like they use black women as proxies, man. They don't be standing up to white men like that because they know white men will go to the extreme. Y'all know what I mean when I say white men go to the extreme. He gonna take it there. When he say I'm gonna take it there, or you know what I mean, heads will roll. Trust me, heads gonna roll. See, we do too much appeasing, or if we not appeasing, we done became immune to it. Because like I tell my wife, man, you know, because us having a son, I'm explaining to her, like, you know, you can talk to a kid, especially a woman, a mother to a child, to a son. After a while, that shit become like Charlie Brown shit, dog. You remember on the cartoon Charlie Brown, they get to talk on the phone like womp 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 womp. That's how that shit sound, man. That nigga don't be listening to that shit, man. I done told my oldest, you know what I mean? I can ruffle his feathers. I can make him upset. Because as a man, I can come at him and say some things to him that's going to upset him. His mom ain't really too much going to upset him because he know at the end of the day, she going to talk all that shit. And then as soon as he be like, yo, I want them $300 Jordans. Oh, you do? Okay, I'm going to get them for you. He see that. So he see like, damn, my mom talk all that shit, but she still went and got me them $300 Jordans. So in the black community, in my humble opinion, like the one black woman said, she said, well, you know, we this bickering, us going back and forth ain't gonna solve nothing. We need to find some solutions. I said, bingo. One of the solutions I think we should do is go back to a patriarchal. For y'all who don't understand what matriarchal and patriarchal is, matriarchal is when women is the like source of the environment. Patriarchal is when the man is the source of the environment or the community. In our community, black women have been running it since the 70s. That's called leadership. They say, hey, y'all didn't want the leadership. Y'all didn't want to stand up. Like they saying, we had to step up. Matter of fact, that's what me and old girl differed at. The Malaya, whatever how you say her name. That's what we differ at because she like, yeah, we got to fill y'all shoes when y'all leave. And because she admitted it. She got 2 baby fathers and you know what I mean? And this, that, and the third. Her father wasn't really one shit. You know what I mean? He doing what he doing now and helping her a little bit. You know what I mean? So she got a lot of men around her that, you know, wasn't really shit. So I can't fault her. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it ain't like y'all just do this shit by yourself. Think about it, black women. Y'all don't do this shit by yourself. Y'all get help, first of all, from family. If you get down on your luck, for real, because some of y'all all don't like government assistance and Section 8 and all that shit. I respect that. But if you get down on your luck, you can run to them. You got your homegirls. You got your friends. That's 4. 5, you got a nigga that's all, as long as you got a hole. Women be, oh, I got a little pudge. All right, man. It's bitches out here, no disrespect, but it's bitches out here 5,000 pounds that got niggas and getting pregnant and all kind of wild shit. You know what I mean? Like Tony Roberts said, he got a sister that's 400 pounds, they be fighting over. So at the end of the day, that shit don't move me. When females be like, oh man, it don't matter. You can have no teeth. Niggas like, shit, she gonna gum this thing. You feel me? So all that y'all be worried about, that's just, to me, I think that's some personal shit with y'all. Nigga don't give a fuck about none of that. Niggas be telling you, oh yeah, I like a woman like this, but then you gotta ask yourself, and how all these bitches getting pregnant then that don't look like what these niggas say they want. Y'all gotta really sit and think, man, and use logic. So at the end of the day, y'all got 5 sources of people that can help you. You don't do it on your own. Doing it on your own is being a man when everybody's against you. The government, nah, we ain't giving you nothing. Your friends, you go to your homeboys, they gonna laugh at you. You broke nigga. Ah, you broke ass nigga. So you can't go to them. Family, it's 50-50. If you got a mom that's still alive, yeah, mom do look at you, look out for you. But then after she leave, what happens? Then if you got a father, like my father's in my life, my dad looked out for me, man. My mom and my dad looked out for me, man. I appreciate it and I miss them every day. You know? But some people just not fortunate that way. But eventually they're gonna leave the earth anyway. So that's why you see more homeless men than you see homeless women. If they didn't have all these programs, if they didn't have, like right now, they got programs where females can go to college and their kids get washed for free. Or they get supplemental income to basically get daycare and all that to make sure they get a degree. They got everything to help them. We don't have that luxury. So when we get it, like when you hear Peasy from Detroit, or you hear a lot of niggas from Detroit say, man, they got it out the mud, because you literally got to get it out the mud. I started my own business. I'm getting it out the mud. I'm starting from the bottom. But I plan on being on top. But I have no choice because I can't keep working for somebody. I'm tired of that. I done did that. You know what I mean? I'm tired. It's time for me to boss up. You feel me? So they gotta boss up. Ain't nobody gonna come help me. I'm married with kid. Ain't nobody gonna, you know what I mean? Not saying that how can I say this? Because being married, man, it's like, yeah. But at the end of the day, man, you don't want your wife to be like, man, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't want your kids to look at you like, damn. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So as a man, it's either you barbecue or you mildew, man. So I don't think y'all see what we see. Having that conversation I had, and they was coming at me like a pack of wolves, man, a pack of hyenas. But they thought I was gonna back down. But it was a lot of black women who hit like. There's a lot of black women who was like, yeah, I feel you, because they know what I'm talking about. They know that under black women, dog, everything has went down with the black community. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, I'm a strong woman and I did this and I did that, and then the community suffering. Like, you're not part of the community. I know women personally. I had a conversation with my baby mama when my son was 15. He 15, we need to woo-woo. She laughing. That's why I pray so hard for my son. I pray he don't get caught up in certain things. But she laughing like it's a game. But she didn't had a friend whose son died at 22 and was a single mom. It's no joke, man. Streets don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Then they think, oh, well, I buy them this, I buy them that, I get them this, I get them that. What happens when they get older? Their appetite gonna get bigger. And then if the mom get tired, let's say my baby mama get tired of just doing all that for him. He's soon to be 18. What if she get tired doing all that? And he's so accustomed to having certain things, and he don't really want to work. I try to make him work. I haven't tried to have him work for me. I try to do every little thing that I do to help my son, but you got these blocks in the way. That's how I know from firsthand that women can be bitter and block you. Instead of saying, you know what, I'll turn them over to you. You go ahead and come get him. So I know people personally, man. My baby mama know people personally. I know anybody come across this who then lost a kid to these streets, man, a boy to these streets. I'm not gonna say their names, but I know both parties. I know my man and I know old girl. I went to school with both of them. One I play football with. You know what I'm saying? And I watch niggas argue. I'm the better parent. Or mostly, he ain't really argue with her too much. You feel me? But I'm the best parent. I do everything. Don't nobody help me. That nigga ain't shit. He a deadbeat. So they bickering, going back and forth about who the best parent and trying to prove. That's why I'm done proving. If my baby mama, hey baby mama, you come across, you can get that nigga 80 pair of Jordans. I'm not getting them 80 pair of Jordans. You can get them whatever. If I'm a deadbeat because of that, I will probably get on TV and tell you, yeah, I'm a deadbeat. Not doing that, man. Nigga, and what I'm trying to teach my son, and what every man should try to teach their son, is you gotta work hard for what you want. You can't get bad grades and then get rewarded. You cannot clean your room and maintain certain shit and don't keep up on your hygiene and then think you're gonna get rewarded. Come on, man. So this is what's going on in our community, man. Then they get older, they get out here in these streets, i.e. Georgia, Six Flags, 500, 600 teens. Who dropping them off like that? They mamas. Because guess what? Mama's trying to go do mamas. Either they trying to go screw and poo, or they trying to go get some money. One of the two. Maybe both. I don't know, man. I'm just at a point, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's the older black man kicking in, where I just ain't for that, man. I don't really care if they don't like a nigga, man. And it ain't because I'm married, you know what I mean? Because my wife can get tired. My wife don't even like the conversations I be having now. She don't be feeling that shit. But she understand what I'm saying. But she just ain't, that ain't her cup of tea, man. And I respect that. I just be having my moments where I just be standing on business about what I'm talking about. Like, because I just see what's going on in our community. I done lived on this bitch 46 years, going on 47 years. I was raised by a single mama. A lot of my friends was raised by single mamas. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's not a flex. Then they always become the victim. And that's what I was pointing out. So how can women be so smart? How can black women talk all that shit like, yeah, I'm so smart. I got all these degrees. I got my own place. I got my own mortgage. We buying homes out here. So that means you know how to go through a paperwork to buy a home, right? You know how to go through the whole process of owning a home, right? How you didn't know that nigga wasn't shit? Like, come on, man. Make that make sense. So that means you got book smarts and you don't have common sense. Because once nigga put that thigh out on you, you know what I mean, put that third leg on you, personally, I got partners. I got niggas I know personally. Either I'm cool with them now or I'm not cool with them. That's what they do. They go through and lay pipe to females, man, and have them tripping. Run game on them. See, the reason why I ain't gonna lie, the reason why my baby mama didn't like me, because, man, I wasn't trying to run no game on you. I met you how I met you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do what all these other niggas had to do. So I didn't have to appease you. I didn't have to have your admiration or, you know what I mean? Yeah. They call me Kulo Ski. You know, I didn't do all that. She know how we met. It was very easy for me. So anything that come easy to you, you don't respect. That's just common sense. Because as men, we sit back and say, damn, if I just went from first to home base that easy without even hitting the ball, I can imagine about a nigga who trying to hit the ball that do and get a home run. So at the end of the day, man, this is my experience, you know, and then they try to they run this whole thing, man, where they make you feel like you hate black women. I'm married to a black woman. Love black women. That's no dispute. If you ask my baby mama, she'll tell you, yeah, he loved him so damn much, he cheated on me. You feel me? Right? So I love black women. I don't hate them. I just see shit for what it is. And remember what I just told y'all. As a little boy, I did it. If I saw something I ain't thought wasn't right, I said it. If I didn't want, like my grandma used to whoop me for not speaking. You gotta speak when you see people. I don't feel like speaking today. So I wouldn't speak. So I take an ass whooping. So I'm telling y'all, as black men, we got to stand on 10 toes, man. We got to stop being afraid of what they, you know what I mean? Like I said again, man, I just never went through it. So maybe niggas afraid, like, yo, if I piss her off, man, she gonna, because I literally done seen niggas do it. You know what I mean? Not to put all my business out there, but I'm going to give you snippets. But it was a particular dude, rest in peace to him, that was, you know, every female have that, like my wife was saying. That's why I love her, because she keeps it real. Now, I know she don't tell me everything. That's just a woman, dog. They gonna tell you enough. But my wife tell me enough where I have genuine respect for her. But like she said about the one dude she had, he dead now. On my wife, talking about my wife. But she was like a comfort blanket. I was like, damn, that's for real. So that's a good analogy and good way to put it. So when I talk about my baby mama, the particular dude I'm talking about, he passed away too. That was my baby mama's comfort blanket. So that's why a lot of females are cool with just having situationships, because it's nothing but a comfort blanket. They ain't really got to put no effort into a nigga. They ain't really, because they already know they got that one nigga, he always gonna be there. Win, lose, or draw. Because he want to hump. Obviously, he enjoy her company. But he's smart enough not to get her pregnant. He's smart enough not to stick around. He just stay in the cut, play his position. But I watched this man, and me and this man had a conversation. And I watched him how we was conversating and chopping up and having real game with each other. Because that's what men supposed to do. We ain't supposed to, you know, argue with each other or be mad, like, because a nigga humping on our baby mamas or our girls or whatever. We as men, man, we supposed to sit down like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you her faults and what she did right for me and what she did wrong for me. Man, congratulations, my nigga. We ain't supposed to too much be tripping off that. Now, we human. We got emotions, so you're going to be upset initially, which I was. But, man, when I got cool, the nigga was cool to me. If I'm about to be 47, he had to be, at the time, a couple years older than me. You know what I'm saying? So this one I was 30 plus. So he was knocking on 40. You know what I'm saying? But I watch how when we start conversating, because I never forget, she was outside because he knew a chick that he was dealing with that was across kind of kitty corner to where she lived at. So he kept his eye on both of them. You know what I'm saying? Respect to him, man. Rest in peace to him, man. Cool cat, man. But I watched how when we had a conversation and she came out there, y'all better not be talking about me. So we both looked at her like, and just kept on talking. But when I tried to talk to him again, he switched up. So I said, oh, baby mama done got a hold of. So she had to tell him, man, you want to keep getting some of this pie set your try out. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't talk. But eventually he did. We chopped it up again. Because he realized, man, shit, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Because this man is all right with me. I ain't about to be pump faking. He just seemed like one of them niggas, man, I ain't got time for that shit. In the city that we in, I'm in Detroit. I'm originally from Lansing. Lansing's a small ass city where everybody, it's like Cheers, nigga, where everybody knows your name, nigga, or know your business. So at the end of the day, man, he wasn't going for it. I wasn't going for it. He saw I wasn't no sucker. I see he ain't no sucker. We both realized ain't no need to be scrapping and try to kill each other because, no disrespect, it ain't Taylor Swift. And what I mean by that is, like, what we gonna do this for? What we gonna get out of it? But some pen, like he said, you know what I'm saying? He said to me when we had one conversation, he said, man, she could be playing both of us. Women do that. He just let me know, yeah, that's your baby mama, but man, she could be playing both of us. So that was good game because he know me being with her, I'm emotional. Oh, it's my baby mama, I got my son, and blah, blah, blah. He gave me some real game and made me think, like, damn, dog, you know she really could be playing both of us. And this is what women do, and I'm saying this conversation to y'all because at the end of the day, man, this is what goes on in our community, man. This would really be happening in our community, man. Like, literally. So the women that, like she says, when she did her video, her first video, she like, you don't know me. You know what I mean? She right, I don't know her. But you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. I gotta fight. You know what I mean? Niggas shouldn't fight to see their kids, dog. It shouldn't be hard to see your kid. There shouldn't be all these challenges. Like, it's a meme that says, why do men have to fight? And I'm paraphrasing. Why do men have to fight for their kids? Shouldn't y'all be asking a woman, like, why he gotta fight? You know what I'm saying? You should be asking that woman, like, why are you making it so challenging for him to even see his kid? What's all these barriers and obstacles you put in front of the man to see his kid? Why are you using his kid as a pawn? This is what men go through. Then we still got to deal with life. What we don't, I just explained to y'all how many avenues that women got to make sure they okay. We don't have that many avenues, brother. If I fell off right now, man, I'm not saying my wife gonna leave me, but if I fell off for real, and didn't get back on my feet and another nigga came and swooped, how do I know she not gonna go with the swoop? But then if you think about it, you can't be mad because a woman is programmed to think that way. She gonna go to the biggest bag. Look at women in general, man, and then go to black women. And you understand, like, you watch women literally go from man to man. They like, no disrespect, they like monkeys that swing from tree to tree. That's just what they do, man. I don't think they mean no harm, but just if you ain't got nothing cracking, they gonna move on to the next nigga. Like, I never forget my brother, being upset. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this happened and that happened. And I went to my brother went to the feds. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he like, oh man, I sacrificed a lot, and I did this and I did that. And then he came home and she had a whole nother nigga. She had a nigga before he even got lukewarm in the prison. She was already with another nigga. Her homegirls pumped her up, plus herself. Girl, you don't need that nigga. Plus, he was cheating on you when you was out. And She not gonna take in accountability all the things he did to maintain what they had over there. Like my brother say, man, you know, he was facing penitentiary chances, robbing niggas, doing all kind of wild shit to make sure they ate and the kids are straight. This is what men go through, but we don't detail this shit. We don't talk about this shit, man. So it looks like it's one-sided. Then you got white women chiming in. You got white women chiming, white women chiming in, and white men and white women chiming in. So that's white feminist, white liberal male. They is the biggest problem. Malcolm X told us, man, the white liberal is worse than the white conservative. See, they done convinced us to think it's bad when Trump be talking the way he talking. I think you want a person to keep it real with you instead of being fake with you. Because it's a black chick, I can't think of her name, but she be on Kwame Brown page a lot. Donald Trump pardoned her. You know what I'm saying? But she very articulate, very smart sister, and strong, and real, and pretty. You feel me? But she said something, man, that was so profound. She was like, as you see, the Democrats ain't telling the illegal immigrant woman to abort their children. But they will tell black women to abort their children. That's heavy. That's heavy. So, like I said, man, I'm on 30, almost 32 minutes. Well, 32 minutes right now. You know, I was trying to keep it short, but, the spirit got to moving me, man, because I just feel like at the end of the day, we gotta call bullshit for what we called it for. They was mad because I didn't say, overall, they was mad because I didn't say, because most niggas do that, like the Jackson dude, all these simp ass niggas that be on these podcasts that be catering to these females, these black women. They always quick to, sister, the black man, they just eating it up like ice cream. When a nigga be like, nah, man, ain't just totally they fault. Because my thing is, it's your body, your choice. Men, I said and proposed to my wife. My wife didn't propose to me. I made that choice. She would have continued being somebody's situationship if I didn't say, hey, let me pull her out the game. She didn't pull me out the game. I pulled her out the game. But one thing that she controls and other women control is who they sleep with. That's what they control. They don't control marriage. So that's why you hear them, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single because ain't nobody picked you. You good for 3 in the morning. What you doing? Kids sleep. Kids with their father. Can I come through? That's what you good for. Then nigga take you out on the town. He might treat you and do, you know what I mean? I got a homegirl, nigga do that. She come down here, he take her over there, take her over there. But he ain't trying to really wife her. He not gonna wife her. He like having fun with her. Because most baby mamas and women that got a lot of kids and got a lot of pent up stress. Then he know she trying to get chose so tough, she gonna go above and beyond sexually. She might not give all 3 hoes to that dude, but she gonna give him all 3 hoes and give him access to her body and whatever he want whenever he want it. Cause she thinking, oh, he gonna choose me. He got a little bit of paper, he gonna choose me. It's not gonna happen. No matter what you do, no matter how many times you bob and weave, it don't matter, boo. He ain't gonna choose you. A man, we know what we want. When the man chooses a woman, we know that. When we play with them, we know that. So again, that's what they wanted me to say. Oh, you black man, black man, black man. But at the end of the day, it's still your choice, though. A nigga can't play you. It's like the old Sanford and Son episode when Lamont got game ran on him by the dude that was selling copper. No, matter of fact, it wasn't a copper episode. It was the commode. It was a commode, like a commode bowl that was worth a lot of money that he bought off a lady, but he don't know she part of the scam. So when he bought it off of her, he thinking he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He think he didn't came up like, man, this thing worth X amount of dollars. He telling Fred, and then next you know it, my man knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, hey, did you buy a commode for my wife? You know, he all stern. You buy a commode for my wife? And da 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 da. He was like, yeah. And you know, Lamont like, well, if you want it, you gotta pay double. Okay, I'll pay you double. Boom. He paid double. But then another cat come and he's a appraiser, and you know what I mean, he talking big money. Bottom line is he got scammed. Fred, being the OG, he shook his head. Son, you got a lot to learn. He said the scam would never went through if you wasn't greedy. So I say that to say, black women, you never would have you never be in a situation that you in, like Pastor Lewis, a pastor in Lansing that I got a lot of respect for. He said we got to stop thinking, and he said both of us, but he was saying about the women, you got to stop choosing guys on how they look. Now he could have got a little bit uh, deeper, but it's church, so he got to be PG or keep it G rated. But bottom line, a lot of black women choose guys off money and what they got between their legs. And the reason why I know this because I got a lot of homegirls, and I should sit up like a fly on the wall and listen to them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this what they be choosing guys off of: swag. Oh, girl, he got some inches. He got some money. Yeah. Then they end up pregnant. Then he end up dipping. He ain't shit. You knew he wasn't shit. You just thought your shit was gonna keep him. See, women fail to realize, like that's what me and my wife be having real conversations about, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, when you be married for so long, man, it don't be about sex. That's dude. That's Now I'm gonna say it's minute because obviously it rules the world because I'm here, everybody else here, anybody watching this video is here. So we know it's powerful. But what I'm saying to you is, once you be with a person so long, man, you gotta think. It's like, as a matter of fact, it's like rest in peace to her uncle-in-law, because it ain't her blood uncle. Her auntie was married to him. But I never forget having a conversation with him, you know what I mean, years before he died. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how him and his wife, which is her auntie, they took their time, like how we took our time. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how as they got older, you know, they getting older. You don't think about it like that. You got to work, got work kids. Then you get past that phase. Then you get older. And you still, you know, your body ain't. You know what I'm saying? You get older and you're not like a jumping jack rabbit no more. So you got to find other things that keep y'all glued together. And he was saying how they love is beyond that. That's how you know. I feel like you a sin when you do that, because you're not focusing on that. Because if you focus on that, like my man say, it's a cold part in the movie, but it's true. Any man can control a woman's body, but the key is to control her mind. Now that's on some pimp shit, but in reality, you got to connect higher than just some sex. Because if I hump my baby mama good, okay, but it's another nigga that can hump her better than me. It's another nigga that got more inches than me. If she about money, it's another nigga that got more money than me. It's always gonna be like my mama say. It's always gonna be somebody better. So when do you stop? When do you? So that's why they say women hit a wall, because you eventually hit a wall. That's why a lot of women turn out gay. They hit a wall. They know they can't get no more men. Or no man gonna take them serious. That's why I told my sister Malaya, you know, because I could tell she got a lot of pain. She remind me somewhat of my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Because she tough on the outside, but in the inside, I know she jelly. You know what I mean? So she's snapping, you know, rolling her neck. You know, that don't work for me, man. I'm damn near 50 years old, dog. I done been through it. I done had a baby mama. I done dealt with bro. Man, hey, man, I'm damn near the Zen master. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't move me, man. Calling me names and you this, you that don't work, man. That's a woman's job, man. That's the job to, you know, you got to think, fellas. Let me talk to y'all for a hot second before I get up here. Y'all have to understand, women are programmed to talk and outmaneuver us with their mouth and their mind because they can't beat us physically. That's why the Jewish people are so powerful. They know they're not the most athletic group of people. They know they're not the most. We are. but they the most brainiac motherfuckers. So that's why they in every aspect of everything that you think about. If whatever industry you thinking, they there. If it's making money, they there. Because they use their brain, nigga. So that's like with women, especially black women, they use their brain. They gonna say some things to you, man, you be ready to choke their ass. That's what they want you to do. So the way you defeat that is you just let them talk, man. Let them say what, if you know, even if you are that, let's say you is a deadbeat, who cares? You gotta live with you. So if you cool with it, then be cool with it. But don't let that move you. Handle what you need to handle, man. What you have to understand is women is programmed to be a certain type of way, but they also gonna hit a wall. They also gonna have fuck ups too. Like the female that was saying, like, oh yeah, we pay our own mortgage. We out here buying houses. We out here doing this. What y'all doing? Y'all at the bottom of the earning. So what did I tell my sister? I told Malaya, y'all raised us though. So if we at the bottom, that means y'all did a poor job at raising us. Y'all ain't raising niggas to get money. You know why we at the bottom? Especially this generation of men. Because y'all coddle niggas. So y'all handicap a man. My job as a father is to, like, when I started my business, I was so geek, my business name behind my sons. Because I want to pass that shit on to my sons. So when I got my shit, I was so geek because I gave my son, my oldest son, his first job. I was geek. Got him his little, you know what I'm saying, shit. You feel me? Got his little name on there. Trying to teach him something. And before I was doing this, I was doing other entrepreneur shit. And I always kept my son near me so he can see this. So it ain't about what I say. He see what I done. He can't not see what I done. He can follow his mom emotions. He could follow his mom mindset, but he can't. Man, my dad, shit. My dad was doing this. I watched my dad put this together. I watched my dad do this. Damn, you feel me? That's my job, to show my son, hey man, you got to get it how you live. You got to keep something in your pocket. You got to, because me, I ain't never lived with no female. My wife is the first one I ever lived with. So let me get off of here, man, because I got to go handle my business. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is we have to speak truth to power. Black women is in power. We got to speak truth to power. If we can speak truth to everybody else, we can speak truth to them. They not above. They not God. They not Jesus. They don't walk on water. Yes, they bleed for 7 days and don't die. But they human just like us, brother. You gotta understand, they just got more leg up. The society is set up the way it is right now. Society is set up to where women is winning. Because you know why? They know women gonna spend money. So the corporations just made a decision to say, hey, we're gonna roll with the LGBT and we're gonna roll with the women. Because they gonna spend money. Mostly the women. When you go into a shopping mall, anywhere where it's anything divided between men and women, why you think the women's side is bigger than the man's side? Because they know we don't shop like that. It ain't like we super fucking broke. It's just that we don't shop like that. Women shop off emotions. Women feel bad, she go shopping. She happy, she go shopping. All in between, she go shopping. She always spending money. Like I tell my wife, where is the female Suge Knight? Where's the female Puffy? Where's the female Russell Simmons? Where's the female, any man who then got it out the mud, then work hard to build something from the ground up? Death Row Records, Bad Boy Records, Def Jam. Any industry where a man had to, no handouts, had to get it. He, on top of that, he got the banks, which is the Jewish people that ain't lending no money. So he got to, you know what I mean? That's why if you notice, when a black man, i.e. Russell, i.e. Benzino, when they started the Source, they had to go get a white Jewish boy, you know what I mean, to have him as a liaison to go to the white banks. So that was the hustle. See, that was the hustle. That's how Russell got in there. That's how Benzino got in there, and how a lot of other black men got in there. Bob Johnson, all these people, man, they keep one Jewish white boy that's cool and say, hey, man, go talk to him and tell him I'm cool, man. Let me get 30 million, man. Okay, I go talk to him. Then the Jewish people trust them because they know, okay, we got somebody who's overseeing this. That's our people. So, you know, even if we don't trust this nigga, we trust him because we know he gonna make sure we get our money back. So we don't have a lot of avenues, and you don't have a lot of women that's bosses like that. A woman will sell 5 cookies and be like, "Yeah, I'm the cookie queen." You sis, you're not employing Amazon type of numbers. You're not employing. You're not Jeff Bezos. You're not Bill Gates. Stop it. Like they saying right now, black women is the most entrepreneurship, but they not employing mass people. Black women is educated. They've been put in position. When you see a black woman, she's now the new CEO of General Mills. She was put in that position. Not saying the woman not educated, but when I'm telling you, she's been tapped. Every black woman you see has been tapped, i.e. Kamala Harris. They get tapped to make the masses think they coming up. But when you do the numbers and say the middle class in general, when you hear in general, that means white people. So the middle class is suffering and not making that much money. They say the average person doesn't have no more than less than $1,000 in their account. That's the average. So when they say average, that's white people. So that means it's less than ours. Anything that they say, we at the bottom. So black women is not balling like y'all. Like when I see, like I'm in my truck paid for. I don't have a note. My truck is sturdy. It gets me to where I need to go. That's all. I don't need 2026. I don't need it. So when I see women that pull up on the side of me with their little glittery license plate or they glittery, you know, steering wheel, and you know, they pull up on the side of me, I'm not a hater. I'm not, you know what I mean? I just watched my neighbor next door to me get her a new car. I tell my wife I'm geek for it. Cause, you know, I saw that she was, you know, catching rides and stuff like that. She got her a car. She bossed up. But I just don't feel like when a woman put up on the side of me, I don't feel bad because mine is old. Mine's is paid for. I don't have a $500, $600, $700 note that I gotta worry about. I just don't. I already stack my money and make my next move. I don't need a new Corvette or a new Denali or a new Suburban or whatever that's Escalade, long sleeve. I don't need all that to prove to who. So I can pull up on who that people I don't even like. Give a fuck about them people, man. They don't give a fuck about me, man. If I die tomorrow, they don't give a fuck about me, man. So the shit don't bother me, man. So all I'm saying is, black men, we have to take back the black community. I'm not saying we don't need to work side by side with them, because we gotta work side by side with them. But we're gonna have to take over the leadership, man. We're gonna have to push them, you know, like, hey, let me take over. That's why I respect my wife, because she trusts. Now, some of the shit I done made, some of the decisions I made, I don't make always the best decisions. I'm gonna keep it real. But my wife trusts me to make certain decisions for the family. Like, you know what, I trust what he about to say. Now, if she got to do certain things, you feel me? I'm not mad at her because she never really had a man that she really could trust. So her instinct is to fall back on her own instinct. It's like a nigga who good at basketball and he not really a team player. And he try to be a team player, but if they start losing or if things different, he gonna go back on what he know and start, shit, I'm a scorer. Fuck it, give me the ball. So a lot of black women, unfortunately, been raised that way. They don't really have, you know, men that they can trust like that because they fathers wasn't in their life. So that plays a part too, what's going on in our community. So me, I would say, fellas, we gotta mount up. We gotta put our resources together. We gotta start chopping it up, and we gotta start taking our community back. Bottom line. Not saying we supposed to be like on some Taliban shit or, you know, like having walk around with burkers and beating on them and shit. All I'm saying is we gotta kind of take, you know, let me see the steering wheel, or like back in the day when nigga had a bike and like, let me ride your bike and just ride off. We gonna have to ride off with the bike, nigga, because they've been running for 70 years, man. Shit ain't got no better. If we don't start taking leadership roles, it's gonna get worse. More black boys gonna die. More black girls gonna end up in the gutter. No matter if they got a degree i.e. Fannie Willis. It don't matter. They still will end up in the gutter. All right? Y'all enjoy your night, man. Peace.